tonight. Tonight, Subway in the hot seat. It's the video no one expected.
Federal agents raiding the home of the Subway pitchman Jared Fogle as part of a huge child porn investigation. Now, Jared has starred in Subway ads for more than a decade, talking about his Subway diet, holding up that old pair of wide-set blue jeans to show just how much weight he had lost. But that relationship appears to be over, and tonight News Channel 8's Melanie Michael is looking into how this investigation will impact Subway's reputation.
Hey, Keith, good evening to you. You know, this is a tough case. We're talking about a child pornography investigation. We should point out to you tonight that Jared is not under arrest, and at this point, Subway has simply suspended him. But as a family-friendly restaurant, where do they go from here? From pitchman to part of a child porn probe, America's favorite symbol of weight loss, now waiting to see what happens next. This video took everyone by surprise. Jared Fogle being escorted out of his own home with the FBI. It seemed to shatter the squeaky clean image of the sandwich spokesperson.
Don't ever have to put yourself in a position where you wear a pair of pants like this.
Even News Channel 8 spent time with Jared at Bellamy Elementary in Tampa as part of his nationwide tour, talking with kids about weight loss. Now it's his image under fire.
From a crisis standpoint, you don't want to do so much in terms of getting out there and going happy that it seems disingenuous.
Kyle Parks has worked for years in PR, including major companies where he's been in the war room during a crisis.
It's incredibly intense, and it's incredibly emotional sometimes because the future of your company is at stake. I'm not overstating that.
Kyle admits Subway cannot stay silent and needs to communicate with customers. People like Ron Posey.
You know, it's one guy. It's not Subway. It's not everybody that works at Subway.
Ron's wife sent him to pick up sandwiches for dinner from their favorite spot, and he tells us there's only one reason he'd boycott Subway.
If I found out they knew about it, then we're done.
And, you know, Subway released a statement earlier today talking about the disappointment in this recent development, but also pointing out that this comes from a prior arrest from a former employee of Jared's foundation. Again, Jared Fogle, not under arrest tonight, but Subway has suspended him. And, you know, Keith, a lot of companies are pointing out that they should have some sort of a crisis plan in place when something like this does happen.
Well, that was the thing I was going to ask you. I mean, you would think they would have these plans in place, but again, that's not always the case, right?
Not always the case, indeed. The PR expert we spoke with tells us more often than not, they see corporations that do not have a crisis plan in place. And as you know, when this sort of thing does happen, it's too late to scramble then.
Yeah, time is ticking away. All right, thank you, Melanie Michael, live in Tampa.